The Matthew Sermon on the Mountain. Jesus teaching by the Sea of Galilee adds not only the poor and humble, but those who mourn, those who are merciful, the pure in heart, the peacemakers, and those who seek or are persecuted for righteousness to the ranks of the faithful, remnant who will be blessed by God because they are most like God. Jesus presents us with a God who reverses the fortune of the lowly and gives them a vision of a world where God's justice reigns. It's a world in which we might all want to live. The Gospel passage from Sermon on the Mountain invites us towards the attitude of gratitude as every Christian should possess, that leads one to live in the Beatitude. In the light of Beatitude, we are called to walk towards the kingdom of God. We can pause for a moment and ask a question. Which of the Beatitudes would we like to adopt more fully in our life? How will we put them into practice? In the words of Pope Francis, we need to build up society in the light of the Beatitudes, walking towards the kingdom with the least among us. Can we be financially rich and still be the follower of God? Jesus does not forbid people from material resources. In the Beatitude, Jesus urges us to be like the faithful remnant of ancient Israel, who are not tempted to turn away from God in the pursuit of wealth or power. Rather, they remain steadfast, knowing that their faith makes them rich beyond measure. In the words of belated Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI, Beatitudes are the transpositions of cross and resurrection into discipleship. But they apply to the disciple because they were first paradigmatically lived by Christ Himself. To walk in the light of Beatitudes, what must one do to be a good Christian? The answer is, we have to do each in our own way what Jesus says in the Beatitude. John Paul II says about the Beatitude, in the end, Jesus does not merely speak the Beatitudes, He lives the Beatitudes, and He is the Beatitudes. In a modern way of looking at the Beatitudes are, we are called to be merciful and compassionate towards others. Happy are those who know how to put themselves in someone else's shoes, who are able to embrace, to forgive. Very many times we failed to meet people where they are, and we want them to meet where we are. Happy are those who bring new life and new opportunities. Like the last week Gospel called us to go beyond our comfort zone. Go to the Galilee of Gentiles. The world poses us a lot of opportunities. Are we ready in the light of Beatitudes to bring new life, new opportunities, to move from a comfort zone to the peripheries of life? Happy those who work and sacrifice to bring new life and opportunities. Our work, our life calls for sacrifice. Only in sacrifice and love we can bring new life and opportunities. Happy then are those who can help others when they make mistakes, when they experience misunderstandings. The tendency to live in a perfect world. There's no perfect world. There's no perfect people. Mistakes do happen. Misunderstandings do take place. We are here and called with love for better understanding, a better communication that comes from living the Beatitudes with love of Christ. Happy are the ones who can see the good in other people. We cannot love God without loving others, and all the more we are called to see the goodness in other people. Beatitude is the attitude of gratitude. In the light of Beatitude, we are called to walk towards the kingdom of God.